Maybe you could, I don't know.
What?
We got a ham. We're planning to have it tomorrow. Might be nice if you come over. We could sit down, talk through it all. You, me, and Fields.
I suppose.
Great. We like red wine. Expensive.
Okay. Tomorrow.
You need a lift?
I'll walk, thanks.
You sure? I know where you live. See you tomorrow.
Yes.
Yes, I thought of that scene as like the scene, it's like a family dinner. It's Thanksgiving. It's one of those things everybody has to go to. They don't really want to, but they're going. And then they all agree not to talk about politics. But then somebody says something and the other person says, shut up, you don't know what you're talking about. And it grows into something that everybody wishes that they could just go home. And we all know, we've all had one of those dinners. And that's the way that struck me when I read it. It was all those things. The script was, you know, it had that mysterious thing that you want to know what happens next. But it was Ben, it was John, but very much so. It was the fact that for me, it was something different, you know, different kind of part than I usually get. I don't usually get the romantic guy. I don't usually get the guy who's just a nice, decent person. So for me, it was a chance to do something different.
You know, I think that what you see about Helena in episode, you know, in the early episodes, is that she doesn't seem to be terribly happy, and I think that, you know, when she comes to understand this warmth and this kinship that her innie feels with her work family, but most especially with Mark, that there is a little bit of a longing for that on her part. I think that I can't imagine it was easy growing up with James Egan as a father, and especially with the weight of knowing that you are the sort of heir apparent to a company like Lumen, and add to that the fact that, you know, she was basically asked to sever her brain as a PR stunt. So I think for her, she's starting to really wonder, you know, is this the life that I want, or would I be happier if I could be somebody like Helly? And I think that she sees a spark of, you know, rebelliousness in Helly that probably was snuffed out in her years and years and years ago. So, you know, we see that sort of manifested through how she feels about Mark, and her curiosity about Mark, and whether she herself could have a spark like that with somebody. But it transcends that even. It's about who could I have been had I not grown up in this machine that is Lumen Industries.
We look at how he responds to his performance review, you know, and he spends the day in a room with thousands of paper clips to ensure that he gets the papers clipped just right, you know? And when he is chastised on his extensive vocabulary, he takes the time to try to reprogram himself so that he can speak in a certain way. You know, this is a man who is completely devoted. He's locked in. And one of my favorite lines that has been used in promotion is when Milchick says, "I'm tightening the leash." We see that this is a very different guy that we were introduced to in season 1. And I hope viewers really enjoy the ride.